Hello everyone and welcome back to the Somnium Files. In the last part, absolute insanity occurred. If you haven't watched the last part, if you accidentally missed a day or whatever, you've got to watch the last part immediately. You cannot watch this part without watching the last part. It was revelations about everything. So, yes, that is my strong recommendation. Holy fuck. What case notes do we have after that? We must have a lot. There's still a person that we've never met. There's Monica. Man, she was only 19. Fuck. Iris is almost as old as her mum was when she died. Jesus. Jesus. That is a dislikes killing. I have bad news for you. Yeah, okay, we knew about that. Then here's Saito, which, yep, there's a picture of Saito. If anyone decided to watch this part without watching last part, Saito is you. Or at least he was originally. And you are 89. Profession NPO representative. Do I know what NPO is? Likes fireworks, dislikes humans, hobbies murder. Skills stabbing, strangling, killing, shooting. Saito is So's son. His mother died giving birth to him. Born with a brain dysfunction that left him unable to properly secrete oxytocin, he can only feel pleasure from murder. So that is part of the reason that he's been doing all these killings, but also to have revenge against us, who we are originally 89, we are in Saito's body, and he's taking revenge against us for the fact that we took his body, but we don't really know exactly what happened there. We don't know why we ended up with his body yet. But, yeah. What have we got new here? SAT. Specialized Assault Team. Saito in Iris. Yep. Saito was in Iris' body. Why didn't he try to get Date's body back then? If the sync had continued, he could have done just that. But remember what Saito said about journeys. The journey only truly ends once you come back home. Saito wasn't done murdering yet. Right, yeah, okay. Estate housewife's cooking. Dust explosion. That was the yep. Okay. And the album. Got a couple more bits. Boss B. Oh, are those original designs for Boss? Damn. Boss changed a lot in development. Wow. Okay. I think I like her the way she actually ended up the most, which is good. But they do look cool. But yeah, I think I do prefer her final design. So yay. Hitomi. Aww. Little babby Hitomi. Right. Okay. So back to it. We are back in the timeline that is like the true timeline, I guess. This is the one that continues on. If this would like to open, this is this one. So in this timeline, Shoko is dead, and Renju... Is Renju dead? After syncing with Iris, Date couldn't bring himself to believe her apparent delusions. Headed to Sagan residence. Let's read all of these. Let's read all of these so we are 100% up to speed with what's going on in this timeline, because I was having a little bit of trouble in the Annihilation route of remembering exactly what had gone down in that route. So let's just make 100% sure we're up to date. Date headed to the Sagan residence, leaving Iris in Ota and Mizuki's care. Hitomi told Date that Iris has a brain tumor that will soon take her life. Iris's strange ideas were apparently the result of the tumor. Mizuki called Date in distress, claiming Iris ran away. Looking for Iris, Date headed to the cold storage warehouse. Inside, he found Iris's frozen corpse. Right, yes. Then, Aiba claimed that she would remove the dandelions in his head. After discussing the case, Aiba convinced Date that it was Manaka. Date interrogated Hitomi, but she was uncooperative. Boss ordered Date to sync with her. But right before the sync, Boss and Pewter revealed a secret. If you go over the time limit, you can swap bodies. Then we did the sync, which was when we learned everything about Manaka. Deep in the forest, they discovered the cause of Manaka. Hitomi confessed everything. Iris' father's So, and Manaka's the mum. Manaka was killed by Saito. Hitomi and Renju preserved Manaka's corpse. 18 years have passed. Knowing Iris does not have much time left, Hitomi decided to blackmail So, calling him to the cold storage warehouse and threatening to reveal everything to the press, because she needs to get money to pay for a potential treatment to save Iris's life. She received a call from the culprit and was told to come to a certain location with Date. Date and Hitomi arrived at the abandoned factory in the Kabasaki district and found Renju's corpse, and then they were knocked out. Right, yes. So in this one, Iris... Did it just say Iris just ran away? Yeah. Mizuki called Date in distress, claiming Iris ran away. Yeah, okay. So in this one, Shoko and Renju are both dead. So who... Presuming it went similarly in all timelines to begin with. Iris... Does that mean... Because Iris was fine. This was definitely Iris's head we were in here, because it's the Shovel Forge stuff. So that was definitely her head we were in here. So... Did Iris kill Renju? Or did 89 kill Renju this time, and that's why 89's in front of us now? Like, obviously, the timelines differ. So, let's see where things go from here. Saito, currently in 89's body. Let's go.
Renju's body on the ground. Without his left eye. You were inside Renju, weren't you? Until just now?
Okay, right. Yeah, because in this one... Oh, right, yeah, because Renju's just died in this one. That's what I was getting... That was what I was getting confused by, because in all the others, Renju's died, like, earlier, and hasn't still been a factor. Right, yeah.
You used the machine to exchange minds, then got rid of his body.
Close, but you're a little off.
Oh?
I didn't get rid of the body. He died of natural causes.
What?
But what interests me more is you. How do you know you can use the sync machine to exchange minds?
Oh, does he die of natural causes because of the car accident?
The way you're talking makes me think you know why I took out his left eye.
Yeah, I do. Somehow, information is bleeding through between timelines, which has not had any explanation. But how? How do I know that? Why do I know that? Why do I know about Saito, the prototype machine, changing personalities?
The current. Did it unlock your memories? Then tell me, this body was originally...
Mine.
That means your body...
This is your body. Isn't it, Saito?
The words came out easily. I don't know why, but in a moment of harsh realization, I knew. 89's body is mine, and my body is Saito's.
Well, if you know that much, then this should be easy. Give me back my body.
Where are Iris and Hitomi?
Don't worry, I haven't killed them. Yet.
Yet?
The brain you are currently occupying has an interesting quirk. It releases a flood of dopamine and endorphins when it kills. I thought I'd take that brain back before killing those two. In front of you, of course. Which is why I haven't killed them yet. Such beautiful eyes. I was going to begin the sync, but I think I've changed my mind. I want to see you mad. But what will really set you off?
If you don't shut your mouth right now.
All right, talking it is. What should I say? Do you have any questions for me?
It's early Wednesday morning. Shoko was killed last Friday. That was day 1, which makes today day 6. For 5 days, what was Saito up to? Right, because in the Annihilation timeline, he was a busy fucking boy. He was in Shoko, jumped to Renju, killed Shoko, jumped to Iris, killed Renju, jumped to So, killed Iris, jumped to Boss, killed So, and then tried to jump back to me and everything. That was, like, very busy. Whereas in this timeline, he jumped to Ren, killed Shoko, and then fucked around for 5 days doing nothing? Like, what's actually been going on? I decided to ask him what he did every day until now. Oh boy. So this being the one true timeline, anything that happens in this timeline, I presume is going to be like the final end state of the game. So like we cannot allow Iris and Hitomi to die now. Because I'm pretty sure this timeline is the true timeline, as it were. Friday. Tell me. Saito explained what he did on Friday. At 4 AM, Saito began his plan against Shoko. He called Renju to this abandoned factory and switched bodies with him. After taking Renju's body, Saito killed Shoko, then brought the body to Bloom Park. But as he explained it to me, I somehow felt that I already knew. I didn't understand why. I felt like it was being etched onto my brain. Oh right, I forgot about that. Why was Shoko's rental phone in the horse?
Oh, right. I put that there. When I was fixing Shoko's body on the horse, her phone fell out of her clothes. I forgot that I had given her one. I didn't want to take it with me, and I didn't want to toss it away. So, I decided to push it into the mouth of the horse.
The merry-go-round horse's mouth was hollow, which allowed the phone to fall down into its body.
Okay. That's kind of a underwhelming reason. He just didn't want to take it with him. Like, why not? Like, remove all evidence from scene of crime that you can? I don't know. Whatever. It doesn't really matter, but, like, slightly underwhelming. Day 2.
I was still in Renju's body. My next target was Iris. If I asked her to come to the abandoned factory, I knew she would be skeptical, so I called her to Sunfish Pocket. I even video called her, but for some reason, she said no. This was around 5 p.m. I was still Renju, the president of Lemniscape. I didn't think I would have any trouble getting her to trust me, but...
Date, do you remember? Saturday evening after syncing with Mizuki. Inside the Somnium, you thought you saw Iris's body, so you called her. The time was 4:52 p.m., right before Renju called Iris. You told her.
Okay, don't go anywhere. Lock the door and stay at home.
Wow. 8 minutes. We called her 8 minutes in time to save her life.
Iris didn't accept Saito's proposition because of your warning. If you did not warn her...
She would have been taken here.
Wow. So, that's kind of like what ties in with the whole Iris's mum thing. Like, that whole thing, if that only existed so that we would warn Iris to stay home that one day so she didn't get killed there, then that's worth it, right? Like, that entire plotline, I don't know if there's any more to that plotline that we'll find out, but if that entire plotline only existed so that Date would tell Iris to stay home and save her life, then super worth it.
I decided to pick her up in Renju's car. I thought that if she saw me in person, she would trust me. However...
You got in an accident around 6:10 p.m. and lost consciousness.
Oh, right. Yeah. That was
so
you.
unlucky. My plans were ruined. But my ultimate goal is still achievable. So it's all good.
Day 3.
After the accident, my body was taken to Central Hospital. I regained consciousness just past 12 a.m. Sunday. The surgery was a success, but Renju's organs were in a horrible state. But I had somewhere to be. I left the hospital, rented a car, and headed to Iris's house.
I know what happened after that. You got to the Sagan household at 2 a.m. You pushed the intercom button.
He was sweating buckets and he came up to me with this begging look in his eyes. He said, "Come with me."
You got Iris to come with you. But when you tried to bring her here...
I got scared. I pulled my hand away and ran.
Oh, you know that too? But you're exactly right. I was planning to put her to sleep in the car, but I didn't have my drugs on me. The sleeping pills were inside Renju's crushed car. I was pushing my luck. My plan and my body were both in shambles. I'm sure the painkillers were affecting me as well. My mind was scrambled, and I couldn't think straight. I couldn't chase after her. I needed to sleep. I managed to make it back here and collapsed on the ground. Next thing I knew, was the next day. I woke up around noon on Monday. Renju's body was about to expire.
Okay.
By Monday, Renju's body was almost completely dead. And of course, my consciousness as well. That's when I got a call from a Mr. Amanoma. The man you call Pewter.
I knew the story after that.
The boss told me that number 89 was coming. Then, Renju asked, "Is there any way we can let number 89 escape?"
So Pewter came up with a plan to help 89 escape. Rohan, as 89... Right, yes. 89 was still Rohan at this point. Oh, man. It's complicated. It is complicated. So the old leader of the Kumakuras, Rohan, as 89, got into the car with Saito as Renju and fled from the police. Oh, it's complicated. Oh, boy. Why did you want 89 to escape?
When
You
I
wanted
heard
his
that
body.
number 89 was coming to Abyss HQ, I came up with a plan. Iris trusts this number 89, this body. I thought I could use it to get to her. And there was another reason. I planned on eventually switching bodies with you. You and I would get our original bodies back. And after I do that, I will kill Iris and Hitomi in front of you while you're in this body. A rather nice plan if I do say so myself. That's why I asked Pewter to help number 89 escape. I wanted this body at all costs.
What happened after you escaped with 89?
I brought Rohan, who was inside number 89's body, to the abandoned factory. Rohan was my partner in the Cyclops serial killings 6 years ago.
Right, yes. So it was Rohan and Saito that were doing the serial killings. But Saito was in 89's body for that, right? No, sorry. Brain malfunction. Rohan was in 89's body for that. And Saito was in... Rohan's? No, why would that be the case? I don't know.
So naturally, we had a lot to talk about.
Whose body was Saito in? No, wait, what? He was in Rohan's. I think. Oh god, it's so complicated.
But I didn't have much time left. Not to sound like a broken record, but Renju's body was almost done. It was completely useless at this point. So, I put Rohan to sleep and began the sync. As a result, this happened.
Renju.
It's just like I told you. He died of natural causes.
About the shooting on Monday.
Just mercenaries I hired. After I woke up Monday, I arranged the hit. They were expensive, but I had access to Renju's bank account. I paid them with his money. Of course, my intention was only to kidnap Iris. But after I got this body, I didn't really need them anymore. But they had already been paid good money, so I decided to leave the arrangements as they were. And then, Pewter. I told him about Iris and hiring the assassins. I told him he could use them for whatever he needed. And he acted on his own without consulting me.
Day 5, Tuesday.
I called Iris about 24 hours ago. Tuesday at 1:40 a.m., I started a video chat with Iris. Long time no see. I'm sorry to call you out of the blue like this, but I need to see you. Iris got so excited that she dropped her guard. I told her where to meet, and she agreed right away. It was all according to plan. I knew that if I looked like him, she would do anything.
I've been looking for him for 6 years.
Yeah.
I see.
I'm going with the person I trust most. Please don't worry about me, Iris. Yep. It makes sense. It makes
That
sense.
is why Iris left Matsushita Diner.
So the person she trusts most.
Is your, like, you, but not you how you are now, you who you used to be.
You, Date. Number 89's current body was originally yours.
After Iris got into the car, I put her to sleep. I restrained her and called Hitomi.
I have your daughter. Don't call the police or she dies.
I used Iris to reel in Hitomi. And you. Thanks for being so cooperative. But you did drag your feet. I was getting tired of waiting.
About Monika's murder 18 years ago.
I was only 12, but I remember it vividly. On that day, 18 years ago, I heard my dad on the phone. I'm going to see Monika. I followed him. I got into a taxi and followed my dad's car.
At 12 years old?
He went to the Harbor Warehouse District.
I feel like the taxi driver wouldn't take a 12-year-old, but sure. Why is it still showing him as blue? We know who he is now. Why?
I've only ever been happy when I was killing something. Before Monika, I would kill cats and pigeons. It was the only way I could feel happiness. The only way I could feel anything. But like a drug, I eventually grew a tolerance to it. Next, I'll kill a human. That's when I found out about Monika. That woman took my dad from me, and she stole all the happiness from my house. So I chose her as a target. I
In
was
front of
born
your
with
dad,
a
though?
brain disorder.
Like, did you not think maybe you should do it when you can't be seen doing it?
I can't secrete oxytocin from my pituitary gland. And I didn't have a mother. Not a real one, I mean. My mom died giving birth to me. So, naturally, my emotions toward my dad were complicated. Sometimes I think, if I didn't kill Monika, would things be different?
Yes?
Maybe the murders 6 years ago never would have happened. Me, you, Rohan. Maybe none of us would have gotten mixed up in this. And maybe Shoko Nadami never would have gotten killed. Isn't destiny a curious thing? One mistake can change so many lives.
Keep talking.
Sorry, I don't have anything else to say to you.
Or don't then.
Even I'm growing tired of seeing that twisted, angry face of yours. So, shall we get started? Give me my body back.
Pretty sure you can't flinch like that when you've got a big needle inside you. That's, not advisable.
What a strange fake eye.
Yeah, he doesn't know about it.
Oh well.
He doesn't know. He doesn't know about either. Because this is just going to be the same thing again as soon as he puts the eye back in. Man's ripped his own eye out like it was nothing.
All right.
He didn't flinch. He just fucking ripped his own eye out and he didn't flinch. How do you do that? Can you imagine? Can you imagine reaching into your own head, yanking out your fucking eye? That is so grim. What the fuck? What the fuck? Ugh. Disgusting.
This is the sink room.
The fuck?
That was... Damn it, why can't I wake up? This doesn't look like footage from a surveillance camera.
It's backwards because we're the one that's getting broken into. We're the recipient this time. He's breaking into our mind. So do we have to fight back? Can we stop him breaking in? Sinking in the chain. Search Kaname Date. Date Kaname. Abyss Special Agent. Verify identity.
What?
What? Concealed?
Am I being synced?
Yes. He very clearly told you that that was what was happening, yes. Okay, we are as ourselves in a sync. Okay, so there's the exit. Is there anything else? There's the monitor. I assume I can't just leave.
Door. It won't open.
Everything's going to cost 0 seconds because we're not in control. Seconds have no relevance to us because we're not the ones controlling the whole thing. Yeah. Erase?
No good. I can't turn it off.
Hit? Oh, investigate knife?
What? Damn it, what is this?
That's Rohan. Rohan and 89 swapping. So this is back in the day. So Rohan and 89 swapped first, and then 89 and Saito swapped. Or like 89's soul. So Saito swapped with Rohan, who 89 was already in. I don't know why is the only thing.
Go to the sink room, huh?
Oh, it does take time. Date, you only have 5 minutes remaining.
It's a sink machine.
I'm wondering how much boss and people know about us and what we did? Like, because they've given us a pretty important job in the police. Do they have any clue? Like, they seemed reluctant. Very early on in the game, they were very reluctant to tell us about our past. And, like, do they know? Or is it just because they don't know? Or, like, do they know bits but not other bits? Like...
Me? What was he doing?
Sync gear.
Sync gear.
Fix, press down, investigate, pull off.
Again.
Okay.
Door? What is this? This wasn't here before.
Where's this gonna go then?
This is...
This is where the murders happened? Is it? The original murders or something? With the TV?
Help me! Help me!
Yeesh. Okay, what have we got? Just the pool of blood. Alright.
blood.
Pick up picture, scoop up blood, investigate, stick hand in, pick up picture?
The picture! Blood.
Stick hand in?
Damn.
This.
It's them.
Interesting. So Saito punched out Rohan, who had 89's brain in him. Why was Saito there? How did this all get done? Like, because this isn't happening with the prototype. This is happening in Abyss. So, touch, investigate, knock down, hit.
Damn, nothing. You're...
Knock down?
I can't. I just can't do it. You're...
Touch.
I touched it, but nothing happened.
Okay, is it really investigate then?
You're... It's just a mirror. Damn it.
Lol, so touching it doesn't do anything, but investigating allows you to touch it? Sure.
That's it. Just a little more.
That's not good. That's not great.
I'm sinking.
Percent sink? 60 seconds? What?
I can't stop it. What do I do?
Nothing, mate. You're fucked. There's nothing you can do.
What is this?
There's still 60 seconds.
That was...
Right, so that was when 89, Falco, and Saito swapped bodies. Saito swapping into Rohan there, and Falco, who was previously in Rohan, swapping into Saito. But why? Day 6 Wednesday, Hakai.